Well, hi, how's it been? Um, we're now at the 15th month post-book review from SRS by Dr. Sran in Bangkok, Thailand on January the 26th, 2013. Today's date is the 13th to the 5th, 2014. Wow, what a 15 months ride it's been. Um, yeah. The music in the background is supplied by Nova FM Radio, South Australia. Um, we're listening to Jessica Malloboyd at the moment. So, what has changed? Wow, a lot. Body change has dramatically happened in many regards. Um, Completely feminized, totally now, in my respects. The voice is not much changed. Face has changed even more. The nose, everything is completely successfully um, dispersed the swelling and everything. It was quite pretty. Um, as you can see, there's lots, hardly any Adam's apple showing. It's brilliant, isn't it? See, the hair is completely natural. Even the colour's gone out of it. As you can see, it's extremely long. It's down to the shoulder blades at the back, and if I straighten it. Breast development, as you can see on your frame, I've lifted up. There's quite a lot there. Let's zoom out a bit and give you a better idea. There you go. So you can see there is a lot of breast development now. Arms completely, even though they are a good size, but I mean you can see they're completely feminized off there. Tricep is not as greatly prominent. It's there. I've learned to relax. You've got to learn to relax your muscles, and then they're still there, but they're just not as prominent. So with that relaxed, it's gone. The bicep is dispersed, the fats within it. It's still got a lot of strength, but it's slimmed right off. You see the arms have done the same. Slimmed right off in the muscles. Everything, all the fat's gone out now. Hands have changed. As you can see. They're still large in the base, in the palm area, but it's all changed. And that just flows right through the whole body. You've got the hips go in now, the hips, the waist goes in, hips go out. Down there is absolutely perfect. Yeah, it is. It's perfect. I judge it. I judge everything by my past life. In a sense, I'm not my past life, but my past life has given me an insight into many things, and regarding female anatomy, yeah, it's perfect. The legs are just shaped right out. I mean, it's like phenomenal in the butt. So I'm walking a bit more now. Trying to get that few more pounds off, shape a bit more up here. With a little jelly belly, that's just a really, really annoying thing to have. Or mutton top, of course, I'm trying to get rid of that. What else can I tell you which has changed? Going back to Thailand, I'll be in, which would be a real great joy. As you can see by the tattoo there, made in Thailand, January 26, 2013. So I will be back there, and my God, that'll be beautiful. It'll be a very, very, I believe an enlightening trip. I have great expectations of it. I'm not going back for surgery. I can't afford it anymore. I just can't. I'd love to maybe get these things a bit bigger, and I'd love to get my teeth done, but just financially, I just can't afford it anymore. I've invested so much so far, and I'm still playing catch up. If you can understand that. So yeah, so we'll wait a little bit longer. Now, what else I can tell you? To do with sex, I've not had sexual intercourse with anybody yet. and it's now, as you can see, 15 months. Does it bother me? No. Is it, was it expected? No. What else? Am I happy how I am? Yes, I am. I didn't do my journey for sexual things. I didn't start this journey for sexuality, for sex. I mean, my personal transition from when I finally decided to go ahead and do it, I made a conscious choice then and there that I wouldn't have intercourse. I wasn't going to confuse my me follow my destiny with a sexual feeling or sexual implication to it. It was something I had to do for myself and for my own self well-being. And that's what I've done it for. Sex is just something which will come in the future or whatever, but anyway. So, I'm still a virgin, and I'm very happy. I have a very high degree of self-worth. I'm extremely healthy. Lungs were a bit taxed. That's from smoking. Which gives you a bit of deep voice as well, so, it's a bit of a way off scenario, if you want to smoke, you've got to have a deep voice. If you don't smoke, you might get a bit higher, and might get a more prettier voice, but, it doesn't change the personality. That's something which is, seems to be coming more to light now within the community, as, I go out now and I'm forever having to wave back at people, acknowledge people now in the street, in the shopping centres. I mean, so it's becoming very pronounced now. So really, my goals, which I personally desired or set out at the beginning of open transparency with my transition, hoping that I would enlighten or give people a more fresher insight to transgender persons that, we are the same people. What changes is just our freedom of who we are to express ourselves exactly who we are, instead of living into some micro image which someone believes we should be fitting into, and living in a confined space within ourselves and not able to express it. And it's a really damning thing. It's really nasty. So that's come to light. I mean, we're in my own personal community, which can be very redneckish and a bit, stupid sometimes. It seems to be very, very openly getting accepted. I walk in the shopping centre and I would estimate probably conservatively between 10 to 20 people a day wave at me. They'll say hi to me as I go through a shopping centre. That's, and I'm a transgender woman. I'm nothing special. I'm just a friendly, open person who speaks her mind, and can be a pretty loyal friend, I believe. But anyway, it seems to be coming to light. Some people seem to come on board, as they say. Getting acceptance. Not that I need it, not that I seek it, because that was another part of my journey. I wasn't going to beg or change to anybody's ideology to how I should be or what I should be or to how I should conform. And those words were given to me by a very, very, very well recognised professional psychiatrist 20 odd years ago by the name of Dr. Helen Tingate. And her words were to me was that she could see Gabriella, and she said, when you're ready to transition, you transition to your way, to how you want to be, or how you believe that. Don't transition to anyone else's ideology, don't transition to anyone else's image, just be you. And she said, you'll find happiness. Well, she's right. So, it might have taken 20 odd years for it to happen, but hey, she was right. So, doctors can be right. Some doctors can be wrong. Now, there's another look at Dr. Lyons. Now, how wrong was he? He said he could never see Gabriella. I mean, wow. Hang on. I can. Oh, you sad man. That's life. What else can I say? I'm going to really be happy because go to Thailand and I should be there by, I reckon, by about 6, maybe by the 8th of June. So I'll get to see Dr. Sran and be able to thank him personally. Now that I'm fully healed and crazy eating, say in person like I am, and I'll be able to see Ying and say hello to her. She was Dr. Sran's offside. And I'll get to see Lupe, which is, the lady which runs basically the office in a sense. You'll always see her there. So I'm going to get to see all these people. I'm going to get to see Julie from One Ton of Mansions Hotel. I mean, it's going to be a lot of joy and happiness. I mean, when I left Thailand after my surgeries, I was in tears. I was in tears the second I had to leave the hotel, and basically until I was on the plane. I mean, those people came into my heart. They touched me, and they touched me very deeply. So, it's going to be a lot of interesting feelings. I hope to run into a few other people too. Since then, I've made other new friends in Thailand through Facebook and that, and YouTube. So I get to see them. It's going to be interesting. There's been a lot of change, traumatic looking change if you go through the photo libraries and either on Facebook and everything, you can really see it's quite substantial. I mean, it shocks me really. When I look at pre-flight or even pre-surgery photos of the face, the nose, the eyes, chin, and down there. I did a full photo library, by the way. I mean, I'm not like some girls. I didn't hate him. I mean, I didn't hate him in any way. I didn't hate the penis down there. I didn't hate it. That wasn't my. I didn't have that psychosis, if you want to call it, or I don't know what you want to call it. I didn't have any hate or regret of my old body. I just knew that I wasn't him. I just knew that that wasn't me. It was never. I never had that real solid connection with that for some reason. It's weird. Yeah, but then life is weird. It's interesting just to look at the photographs and to be able to reflect and think, all I did, and the only things I did was one, I had a reconstruction surgery of a body part, and I had my nose reconstructed because it was broken on the 20. Let me see if I get this right. It was broken on the 30th of December 2080. No, 30th of December 1985. So it was broken just before I got married. It was plastered on my face. I grabbed hold of it and just went yank. That's how it laid for, over 20 years. So that's all I did. But to see the amount of change and to reflect on those changes is quite dramatic. I don't know, maybe it's because it's allowed the freedom of the person to be fully expressed now. With no reservations, not worried about, it's going to slip out. I think, one of those balls going to pop out. That got embarrassing at times. Yeah, so that's been different. Body, the human body's a fascinating. I mean, pre-transition, the body pheromones and body had its own clean body scent. And then when I started hormone therapy, the body went through a change in body smell, personal body smell, clean, not bad smell. But if you understand what I mean, I'm talking about like pheromones and whatever. But then after surgery, about 2 weeks after surgery, there's a massive change, and it was like a totally different body odor, pheromone smell, and it was very striking to me. And I was like, "What the hell is this?" And the doctor explained it. It's just your body changing because it didn't have any more testosterone being produced. It's like, this is what your body unique smell is going to be, and it's gone rampant. I mean, everything. Yeah, it's amazing just that smell. that woman smell, and it's a woman. It's not dirty smell. It's through everything. Even just body it smell. Um, I don't use a lot of perfumes. I do now as a woman when I go out and things like that. But I mean, just generally, um, yeah, it's really interesting. It's trippy. um, but I don't mind Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I really think licking good. I had to add that one. Sorry. Wow. Okay. That was my naughty statement for the video. What else can I tell you for interest and fascination? I did my interview with Transition Radio with Jessica and Mark Cummings, a lovely married couple. And that was interesting. That was pretty cool. Chucked on some nerves because it touched some parts which are very close to my heart. Now I'm more, but it reaches that heart. Times that the waterworks comes on, so it's a bit hard sometimes. So it went off really, really well, and I've made some new friends from along that line as well, and they've been fascinating to the people. Totally, absolutely amazing. And you go on that's interesting too, because you listen to these stories of other people who have transitioned, and even though we're all different ages and different work backgrounds, but things are so striking similarities. It's uncanny. You know, it's like we all follow the same road, but we follow it at different times, on a different path of that road. Whether it's like a multi-level, whatever. I've met some beautiful ladies who've been in the military and they're younger, a lot younger than me, and transitioned to listen to their stories and see the similarities in my own life. It's interesting, and also people in music career and music industry as well. Some of them have been just like, amazing. And I'm not saying that it's over enlightening to me. I'd like to say it's very open, refreshing, and it's refreshing. It's refreshing, enlightening that you can see all these positive people who seem to have come out, and it seems to be within the last, I'd say, I don't know, more so in the last, say, 9 years or whatever. There seems to be a whole new breed, a whole new flavour of transgender people coming to life in the community, which probably have always been around, but just were before they used to live in shadows. As I could see it. Now everybody's coming to light. Everybody's not flying their flag, but saying, "Listen, I'm me. If you can't handle it, I'm sorry, but it's just I can't conform my life to suit you. It's me. I've got to think about. This is me." And that's really, really good. I mean, there's just so many. I mean, there's judges, there's lawyers, there's doctors, there's musicians, there's artists, there's service personnel, whether they've been Green Berets, whether they've been SAS, or whether they've been Special Forces, or whether or whether they've been in the Army, or whether they've been just from the Air Force, or the Navy. Just so many people are coming out now in so many different varieties of fields and openly showing we are all the same. We are people. We are the same persons you knew before in many, 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 many facets. There is change, but that change is more of a personal thing, and it's more of something which is probably more refreshing and enlightening because it's not hidden. So in other words, it probably makes us more truthful in some things, because I bet you've got a few hidden secrets you don't want other people to know. But anyway, alright. Look, thanks for the time today. I did promise someone I would do an update and to just touch base. I've had a bit of a rant, had a bit of a gossip, had a bit of a self-expression. I enjoy my life. I'm extremely fortunate that I had got to this point, and I truly love my doctors. And if you need good doctors, they're out there. There's many around the world who are of equal skill, or I don't know, I can't say better because I don't know. My doctor I love. I mean, he's done nothing wrong by me. But if you have a problem, you need a gender specialist. There's some out there on the internet you can use. You don't really have to use your own one in your own country. Depends on where you're going. I mean, Thailand's a very open acceptance country, which will believes in beautifying the person, love of the person, and if you can meet their individual doctors' criteria within the world standards, then you can get it. So you basically don't need your own doctor and wait years and years and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Get you nowhere. I mean, 2012 it was declared that a transgender person does not have a mental illness. It is a dysphoria, but it's not a mental illness. So it's time for people to wake up and change their rules and their policies in countries and stop them trying to suppress people from having their free will and wake up. You can't stop us from doing it. So, it doesn't make any difference. You might as well just let us do what we need to do and make ourselves happy. I'm sorry you're going to be poor. You won't be able to take your gay boyfriend away on a holiday, but shit, sorry. Oh, sorry, Dr. Lyons. Oops, did I say that again? Oh, I'm so bad. I'm a bad girl. So, anyway. So you can find good gender specialists out there, which will help you follow your journey, which can also help you get hormones as well. To do with hormones, I strongly recommend that you stay monitoring. Whether you do it with a doctor's help or whether you self-medicate, I strongly and sincerely hope you do. That you monitor it every 3 months minimum and just make sure your levels are right. I mean, you're playing with the endocrine system, which is your immune system, which is your digestive system, which is your body health. So don't play around. Yes, transition, but do it within some type of safe parameters and with some type of guidance, because it is very dangerous. You can kill yourself. So, anyway, if you need a gender specialist, myself, I use Dr. Graham Pepper from Gender Specialist on the internet. You'll find him. I think he's still practicing. He's getting older, and he's a lovely man. And yeah, so you can see him, speak to him, have an interview with him, appointments, chat. Myself, I prefer to use Dr. Saran over in Bangkok, Thailand. Why? One, I couldn't have got it done in Australia. And secondly, there's no way I was going to have something which was a method which is outdated or old when I could get something which is modern and up to date. Thirdly, his price. His price was very, very reasonable. Actually, it was the best in the world in cost. Fourth, his skills were not in any question. His abilities were not in any questions. His results were not in any question. All research and everything I could find, and I mean, I searched like crazy. I couldn't find bad comments about him. Either in his professional skills or in his mannerism. I could only find good. So I just received just good. So that's why I use Dr. Saran Bangkok, Thailand. They're my reasons. Skills, results, proven results, proven phrases at what it costs, and amazing facilities. That was another thing that shocked me. I mean, I rock up in a car in front of this place and it looks like this is big sign which is Saran clinic, and then a couple of glass doors, and opened up all beautiful furniture, lovely, beautiful decor. And then to find out there's a mini operating theatre upstairs, second to none. It's like absolutely really modern for any surgeries he may do in-house. Not that he does just do gender surgeries in-house, he does it in the hospital. It's a bit more delicate. But even that was refreshing. I mean, PNN Hospital is amazing. It's really, really modern, really clean, superbly laid out, all facilities you need on there. I think very close. 7-Eleven in the same building, you know, it's within the structure of the hospital itself. Um, uh, you go in there, you get your photograph taken, you get a band around your wrist, and you know that's got your photograph on it as well, and you get a little plastic card as well in case you ever need to go back there. You've got your own file, your own record already. There's no hunting for it. It's barcoded. Oh no, I'm barcoded. Um, so you know, it's a very very interesting thing. I mean, I can relate to girls who want to do their surgeries in Australia. In some respects, I had some of those hesitations about going overseas and having surgeries. But then maybe because I've travelled overseas before, I didn't have so much of a hiccup in doing it. I mean, I've had many surgeries over the years. One of the most painful is called a ring block. It's where I slash my finger and I stick a needle in between the joint of your finger to numb it. My God, that's painful. So, alright, I've had my rant, I've had my joy, I've had my happiness. As you can see, I'm very happy. I'm fine at 15 months post-op, going back to Thailand, going to share some love. The future still has not been written. And there's no lover in the horizon yet, male or female, but who knows? Life's still early yet. Love you, bye!